Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of the Wrestle Arc Podcast Wrestling Roundup. I am the current undisputed Wrestle Arc champion Peyton Cash as always, and joining me here today is the king of the cruiserweights of the CMU, Aled Thomas.
Hi.
The Rant King Plud, Thomas Noble.
Halt! In the name of the Red King Blood!
I actually added plot this time, so thank you. And the Joker, Rocks Blocks.
Plod my ass.
You bitch.
Well, as you can hear from everyone, I'm officially back after being a bit sick Thursday. So coughing a bit, but I'm all good. Yeah.
I'm in a really weird mood today, so.
Yeah.
Yay.
So we are here to.
I have water.
That's not Lucas saying. Who are you? You're not a lead.
So we are here to do the wrestling roundup.
Shit, it's him.
Yep. So we're here to do the wrestling roundup for the week of July 19th, 2021. And this is the Fallout week. I believe the Fallout week to Money in the Bank.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then without further ado, Ross. What?
Motherfucker.
What?
Motherfucker, I already heard Thomas doing something with dishes.
Well, Ross.
I could have sworn I heard dishes.
Unfortunately, before we record, I accidentally, intentionally broke some dishes.
That's fine.
For what? Why did you break dishes?
It's my mistake. I was trying to get something out of my chair until I knocked over the dishes.
When was the last time Thomas broke a dish unintentionally? Normally, it's very, very intentional.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's funny.
Now we can just
Go on with the night hell.
Alright, Ross. You're up.
go.
Monday Night Raw.
Alright.
Cup. Any day today.
Still here. At first, I thought I disconnected.
Nope.
Alright. So getting Monday Night Raw. We had a giant start off the show and call out Roman Reigns for a Universal Championship match at SummerSlam. It just started silent and John Cena came out and the crowd went wild. Not as wild as I did in Money in the Bank, though.
It was still wild.
As soon as John Cena finished his stuff with Roman Reigns, then he came off. Riddle just had a bro, and John Cena pretty much put in Riddle. It was Viking versus Morris. Oh my! Eventually, it would lead to I think the winners were. Yeah, the winners were Riddle and Eric and Ivar. They hit the Viking experience on, I think, John Morrison. Was it John Morrison that they hit it on, or was it AJ? I can't remember.
I believe it was Morrison.
Yeah, I think it was Morrison. One of my favorite parts of it was when Riddle sprayed Omos with the dripstick and he thought it was The Miz who did it. I thought that was pretty funny and clever. He just looked mad and Miz just looked completely terrified. And then after that, we had a Symphony of Destruction match between Elias and Jackson Riker. We returned to see Elias sitting in the ring to play his first song in front of a Raw crowd and over it. Yeah. Did someone just pause me? Or what happened?
No, you're good.
I thought I heard someone saying, wait. Okay. So pretty much, Jackson Riker interrupted Elias, gave a quick promo, and then we got to Elias hitting a flying knee, preventing Riker from hitting him with a guitar. Then he followed up with a keyboard to the back of Riker, and then sending him into a gong Well, actually, Riker sent Elias into the gong. You know what sucks? The gong didn't even make any sound, and that just pissed me off.
No, imagine they just played the start of Undertaker's theme song.
I would love that. Someone please make that a video. Just replay Elias going into the gong and have it just be Undertaker's.
And you tweet it at us. You're awesome.
Please do. I'll probably make it myself, though.
Yeah, you still have to tweet it at us, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm gonna tweet it at Conman, too, so he sees when he gets back.
True.
Yup.
Then Riker would end up finishing the match with a superplex through 2 tables and would pin Elias to beat him. Jackson Riker would win the Symphony of Destruction match against Elias. Next up after that, we had Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler versus Natalya and Tamina. The ending of this...
Sleeper
The
match.
ending of this... Yeah, it was a bit of,
The ending
it was a
was
bit of
good.
one. It was another moment where
The ending was
cost
good.
them. Yeah, I like
the
the
ending.
ending. It ended with Shayna and Nia losing again to Natalya and Tamina, and then Nia and Shayna would turn on Reginald, leaving him behind. And then we have the 24/7 championship jobbers coming out, and then we have Reginald get involved, and now Reginald's the new 24/7 champion.
Yes.
I mean, it was pretty good. Next up, we had Sheamus versus Humberto Carrillo, and if Carrillo would win, he would get a United States title opportunity. And this is what I found a bit interesting. While the match was going on, watching backstage was Damian Priest, so it seems like they might have a feud between him and Sheamus in the future for SummerSlam. I would be down to see it.
Definitely.
Priest and Sheamus, I love the idea of it. I imagine if Bad Bunny was still there and they go after the tag titles.
That would be funny though.
I think, yeah, I believe WWE might gonna make Damian Priest United States champion at this point.
I think they should. I think Sheamus is someone who can put over Damian Priest.
Is the good way to make Damian Priest more relevant.
But Humberto Carrillo's dreams fell short as he got hit with a bro kick, and 1, 2, 3, Sheamus would win. So Humberto was not getting a United States title opportunity after that. The next thing we had was big. We had Bobby Lashley's open challenge, not for the WWE Championship, but if the open challenger would win, they would get a future shot at the WWE Championship. And lo and behold, answering the challenge would be a returning Keith Lee. I kind of expected him to return, but I didn't expect him to return right when the crowds came back. Because I thought Keith Lee had a bit of issues with WWE with something.
No, I think because I don't think he doesn't like the fact that there's no fans, so...
I thought there was something to do with WWE trying to trademark Keith Lee's name.
I don't know, but your rumors might be wrong.
Who knows? Lashley would end up hitting 2 spears, try to lock in a hurt lock, but it didn't go out. Lashley would end up pinning Keith Lee, and he would win the match. But as he's celebrating, out comes what might be his SummerSlam opponent,
Goldberg.
Goldberg.
Mark. You know, there's not a G at the beginning, right?
Yeah, it's called Oldberg because he's old.
No, I call him Goldberg.
No, it's wrong. We call it's old.
The only thing,
Oldberg.
if there's anything that's next, is his retirement speech.
Yep.
No, he's a Hall of Famer, and there's a G in the end, so he's Goldberg. So fuck you.
Old.
Goldberg.
Oldberg.
All right, we're not gonna continue this argument, and we're just gonna go on with the show. Goldberg basically shouted at Lashley, "I'm next," wanting a title shot at SummerSlam. I'm assuming. That's what I assume. They didn't specify for SummerSlam, but who knows?
Which, to be honest, to be honest, Goldberg and Lashley will be a great matchup for the championship.
Oh, definitely.
Because, like, to be honest,
definitely.
Because, like, Goldberg and Lashley, they're in the same height, and I don't care people, like, trying to yap that Goldberg only has a title opportunity. Listen to me. How many times do we see, like, Hall of Famers? I don't care.
Aled, do you have your stream sound up? Because I think we can hear it through your Discord.
I did. No, I don't.
Okay.
Also, you, Houseworks, and you, Peyton, first of all, he's called Goldberg. Second of all, he's not winning the title.
No.
Do I want him to win? Yes, but he's not going to win. Third of all, he doesn't deserve a title match. Third of all, John Cena doesn't deserve a title match. Third of all, Edge didn't deserve a title match. I am sick and tired of all these Hall of Famers coming back, getting title matches when they don't deserve it, but I do want him to win. The end.
But Cena...
What if their only reason for giving them is like, oh, look at these accolades that they've made. Look at how many championships they've won, or stuff like that. What if that's
I've said my piece. I've said my piece.
Reasoning?
It's not, no.
But anyway, the next match, we're gonna have a talk about this one. We got the debut of the NXT champion Karrion Kross on Monday Night Raw, taking on Jeff Hardy, who brought back his No More Words theme song, and the crowd loved it.
Oh my...
Yes!
But not as much...
My favorite thing from Hardy.
But not as much as them hating the fact that Hardy literally destroyed Kross.
Yeah, you know what the funny thing is? Hardy cheated to win, and the wrestling fans don't understand. It's a storyline.
You say destroyed as if he demolished Kross. All he did was roll him up with his feet on the rope. Yeah, he lost in 2 minutes, but he didn't get, like, completely wrecked, though.
Hey, Jeff Hardy cheated to win. They have a story. Bang, boom.
They're probably gonna have a match on Raw. I wouldn't like it if they had a rematch, but for the NXT title.
Once Jeff Hardy's back from COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people did not like the result of that. So many people hated it. But then again, Jeff Hardy, people were wanting Jeff Hardy to be built up again. They were saying that he was badly used. But then also, you already have Karrion Kross, who's built up as this mega monster heel, like this big dominant force, and he loses his very first singles match on his debut to Raw. That was his very first singles loss in WWE/NXT to Jeff Hardy. It's very strange. But anyway, the main event we had was Charlotte Flair defending the Raw Women's Championship against Rhea Ripley. It was a bit of a back and forth between them. The end was Charlotte trying to walk away with her championship, and when Rhea tried to get back to her, Charlotte would get herself DQ'd by slamming her title in the face of Rhea Ripley. Don't be booing for long, because a brawl between them broke out outside of the ring. Rhea Ripley tied, and then Miss Money in the Bank, Nikki Ash, came out. She came out and cashed in Money in the Bank on Charlotte Flair, hit a crossbody, 1, 2, 3, and new Raw Women's Champion, Nikki Ash.
Okay, let me say this something here. I don't care what people says. I don't care what Peyton Stupidton Ass Cheeks is going to say about this. Nikki Ash deserves to win that Raw Women's title. Like, this is her fucking career that she's been began with. Fans start to appreciate Nikki Ash. And I don't care how many people dislike her. Like, her character fits perfectly. It's her character, not WWE's. So technically, she's the first Scottish woman to win a women's world title in WWE history. You cannot deny.
It's a perfect underdog story.
It is.
Yeah, and
Payne, you have no right to say it's BS because you don't have a reason to back it up. Payne, you have no right to say it's BS.
Yeah, you have no right to say BS. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. You have no right to say BS. You have no reason to say move on.
All right.
That was Monday Night Raw. Now it's time to move on to NXT.
Now we're on to NXT. Oh, by the way, the reason I'm repeating what you said, Ross, because I'm doing the recordings for the Anchor thing.
Ah.
So go ahead.
Well, alright then. NXT. We started off with Bobby Fish and Kushida, the Cruiserweight Champion of NXT, facing Diamond Mines, Roderick Strong, and Tyler Rust. Kushida and Bobby Fish attacked Roderick Strong and Tyler Rust on their way to the ring. They gave them a short advantage, but Roderick Strong turned it around by reversing Kushida's signature technical offense into a series of vicious backbreakers. Fish got the hot tag and sent the heels reeling. Once again, though, Diamond Mine restored their momentum when Strong threw Fish back first onto the apron. The final big hot tag got the NXT Cruiserweight Champion in the ring alone with Rust, and he made him tap out to the hoverboard lock. Kushida pretty much makes Tyler Rust tap out. Kushida and Bobby Fish defeat Diamond Mine. And another match we have for the women's division is Frankie Monet versus JC Jane. Now, who the fuck is that?
Yeah, I don't know who the hell is that.
JC Jane.
It's called Cora Jade.
Oh. But anyway, JC Jane got a few good shots on Monet, but Frankie Monet pretty much won with a glam slam.
Or
Beth Phoenix would be proud.
Or should you say the road to Valhalla?
Yeah, it's something called Road to Valhalla, jackass. The one from Impact Wrestling you should pay attention to.
It's not my fault that I'm not that interested in Impact Wrestling. Either way, Beth Phoenix would be proud. Beth Phoenix would be proud. Dude, you're not complaining about Peyton not watching Impact.
Dude. Go ahead.
Don't try to get out of it, Peyton. But next up, we had Kyle O'Reilly.
Impact Wrestling hater.
But next up, we had Kyle O'Reilly versus Austin Theory in a singles match. It was Kyle O'Reilly sending the challenge to Austin Theory due to comments made by The Way previously, but Johnny Gargano told Theory that he had to wrestle on his own time. So, I think, is Theory pretty much out of the way at this point? I don't know if he's still in the way.
He is.
Oh,
He's still in the way?
Actually, he is out of the way. What I heard.
Really? Why?
Typically, he may be going to the main roster.
Well, either way, the match ended with Kyle O'Reilly locking in a ankle lock and made Theory tap out. And backstage, The Way was arguing about it and Indy Hartwell's crush on Dexter Lumis as well. And then, get this, Theory walked out after Gargano refused to high-five him.
Oh.
That's what I got. And then next up after that, Legado del Fantasma provokes the wrath of Hit Row. So what they had was a mariachi musical madness, but Santos Escobar told his mariachi players to leave the ring. He refused to lower himself to the level of his rivals by using music rather than wrestling to define himself. Hit Row arrived to talk down the group. Isaiah Swerve Scott explained that this was his payback for Raul Mendoza and Joaquin Wilde getting in the way of him winning the NXT Cruiserweight Championship. A brawl broke out between the two groups where B-Fab saved Swerve from taking a guitar to the back, and in response, Hit Row isolated Wilde, who took a super kick and a guitar to his own back for his trouble. So pretty much Hit Row stood tall against Legado del Fantasma. If we do have Swerve Scott versus Santos Escobar for not the Cruiserweight title, the North American title, would Swerve retain or would they give the title to Escobar? I feel like they would probably... Would they keep the title on Swerve or would they give it to Escobar? I actually don't know.
They might lean towards to Escobar.
Imagine if they give it to Escobar so that they can put Hit Row to the main roster. That would be strange. But anyway, next up we continued the breakout tournament. Odyssey Jones would take on Andre Chase. Odyssey Jones made it clear how much this NXT opportunity mattered to him. And Pete Dunne and Oney Lorcan also called out Tommaso Ciampa and Timothy Thatcher for a rematch the next week. MSK were ready to explain what their team name stands for, but Imperium took over the feed. Marcel Bartel and Fabian Eichner insulted the tag team division for dishonoring the sacred mat with antics over actions. Andre Chase shocked everyone early by taking down Jones with help from the announce table. He hit a moonsault on a standing Jones that almost stole the win. However, Odyssey Jones hit his second win and never looked back. He planted Chase with a side slam to take the victory. Odyssey Jones would excel towards the breakout tournament. And then next up, we had LA Knight with Cameron Grimes versus Drake Maverick. LA Knight mocked Cameron Grimes and forced him to carry his bags into the arena. Drake Maverick tried to help Cameron Grimes, leading to Knight challenging him. In the match, the $1 Million champion looked dominant until he took his eye off the ball. He kept demanding that Cameron Grimes would hold the title high for him. Maverick sent Knight right into the championship and rolled him up for 3. Afterward, Knight angrily beat down Maverick. Grimes tried to help Maverick until Knight demanded that he punch Maverick in the face. Grimes had to be a man of his word and follow Knight's demand, so he punched Maverick, regrettably. It really hurt Grimes. But then, for the main event of the night, we had Raquel Gonzalez defending her NXT Women's Championship against Xia Li. But the ending, I honestly don't know what happened. I feel like at the end, Xia Li got legitimately hurt. Because it looked like they had to pause the match for about a few minutes. Because Xia Li looked legitimately injured. I have no idea what happened to her.
She's okay, though, but she's going to be, out for, a couple of days.
For, a couple weeks of NXT?
Probably.
Or just a couple days in general?
About 1 or 2 days. It's just a little bang up.
Yeah.
Either way, she would end the match with a one-handed powerbomb to Xia Li, getting the 3 count. And Raquel would retain her NXT Women's Championship. Oh, actually, that wasn't the final segment we had, but it was the final match we had. The final segment we had was Samoa Joe calling out Karrion Kross, but he wasn't in the building. Then William Regal demanded that Joe settle this feud peacefully. Samoa Joe promised to end it, but not peacefully. Then Joe was stalking the arena until Kross survived. Then Joe stomped back to the ring and demanded Kross to face him, but instead, Kross was somewhere else backstage, shown on the big screen, and apparently he took out William Regal, which really set Samoa Joe off. And he got really pissed. And that's how we ended NXT. You just had Samoa Joe in anger because Karrion Kross took out William Regal.
All right.
And now I think we move on to AEW with Peyton Cash.
Okay. Let me get my thing set up here.
Make sure it's the correct date this time.
It's been for the past few days, asshole. Alright, now we move on to AEW, where we have Firefest Night 2. This is going to be just a simple, quick through of the match, and then the results, and the aftermath. So our first match of Night 2 of Firefest was Chapter 1 of the 5 Labors of Jericho, where Chris Jericho would take on Shawn Spears. Spears could use the chair, but Jericho can't. But the winner of that match was indeed Jericho via deduced effect. But next week, MJF announced that the next labor, Jericho cannot have any further interference from Inner Circle. More importantly, next week's labor will be a no DQ match with Nick freaking Gage.
Yeah, which is the guy who lost the GCW championship to Matt Cardona last night.
Alright, next up we had ourselves Frankie Kazarian going up against Doc Gallows. This was completely a one-sided event as Doc Gallows defeated Kazarian after delivering a sit-out choke bomb. I believe it was called Gallows Way or something, I don't know. Next up we had ourselves Wheeler Yuta with Orange Cassidy taking on Darby Allin with Sting. This one was a complete one-sided affair, as Allin would have delivered the coffin drop for Yuta for the win. And then we had ourselves the second to last. No, okay, it's not okay. Next up we had ourselves Britt Baker taking on Nyla Rose for the AEW Women's World Championship. And we had Rose delivering a beast bomb. Baker kicked out, escaped another, and applied the lockjaw for the successful title defense, as Britt Baker defeated Nyla Rose to retain the AEW Women's Championship. And then next up, we had ourselves an interview between Andrade and Tony Schiavone. God damn it. And then we heard that his consecutive consultant is going to be Chavo Guerrero, one of the almost OG lucha stars inside of this business. And then before the pairing could say anything, the Death Triangle appeared, and they made it clear that they run from no one. And then next up we had ourselves the co-main event of the evening, Orange Cassidy with Chris Statlander versus The Blade, where the winner would be Orange Cassidy. I forgot how he won it. He won it with the Orange Punch. Got it. And then Jericho had he talked to Alex Mavarez. If MJF is bringing Nick Gage, he is reintroducing his Painmaker persona. So next week's going to be Nick Gage versus the Painmaker on Fight for the Fallen in Charlotte. And now for the main event of the evening for Fyter Fest is going to be Jon Moxley versus Lance Archer, and the winner will be taking on Bullet Club's Hikuleo for another title defense of the IWGP US title. And the winner of that match and new US champion Lance Archer, and that's how we end Fyter Fest. And now we move on to Impact Wrestling with Thomas Noble.
Alright, we're starting Impact Wrestling with Chris Bay against Rohit Raju. And at the end of the match, Rohit fell defeat by Bay after Chris Bay uses the art of finesse to win. And after the match, he got confronted by none other than the Bullet Club leader, Jay fucking White. You hear me correctly, Jay White. And White asked him about the message to refer to the Bullet Club that they should have left in his locker room, and well, yeah. Next, it is a a promo between Mickie James and Deonna Purrazzo about joining NWA Empower. As then out comes Gail Kim confronting Deonna to make the right decision, as Purrazzo shakes Mickey's hand in an agreement. And then we get a promo. We get not a promo. Presentation on freaking the Drama King, aka what is his name again? God damn it! Where is it, motherfucker? I never. What was his name again? Oh, 80 English. Yeah, in 80 English has the presentation of 80 English as he potentially go to Impact Wrestling coming soon. Next match. It is Brian Myers, Tenille Dashwood, and Sam Beal against Matt Cardona, a.k.a. the new GCW World Champion, Chelsea Green, and Jake Something. Well, so Cardona was on fire while Dashwood distracted from the apron, while Myers get the control, yada yada yada. Caleb with the K tried to get involved in this match, but until then, Taylor Wilde makes a return and evens the odds. And Chelsea Green pins Beal after the finisher, the unprettier. Then we have a street fight between Morrissey and Eddie Edwards. And Morrissey was forced. Eddie Edwards assaults him with a series of candlestick shots, forcing Morrissey to retreat. Then, a promo by none other than Jay White. That he explained why he came to Impact Wrestling. That he says that he's coming to Impact for one person. And that's his New Japan Pro Wrestling Resurgence opponent, David Finlay. He'll be facing him at New Japan Pro Wrestling Resurgence for the Never Openweight Championship. But that's not the reason he's in Impact. What excuses the Finlay to come to Impact so he can hide from it? White turns his attention to the Good Brothers as they're not good enough to be in the new era of the Bullet Club. Impact World Champion Kenny Omega, Impact World Tag Team Champions the Good Brothers, and John Callis interrupt. Callis refers to the Elite as the superior faction and tells White that he should ask for permission to join them. Omega and Callis allowed the Good Brothers to handle the situation as they head back to the back. Gallows and Anderson then attack White until Chris Bay evens the odds to send them retreating. The next week, we're going to have Chris Bay and Jay White against the Good Brothers.
Is that it for Impact?
Nope, not yet.
Oh,
Don't even look at me, fucking idiot.
Payne wants to get this done already.
Yep.
Next match, Ace Austin, Madman Fulton against Finn Juice, and the winner of the match is Finn Juice.
Damn, don't need to rush that.
don't rush it, dude. We got like an hour left.
I know that, you son of a bitch! Mother God. Then, Rich Swann and Willie Mack revealed that Vibe by Design are blaming them for their loss in the Fatal 4-Way Impact World title match at Slammiversary. Swann and Mack challenged Vibe by Design to meet in the middle of the ring next week, but Eric Young has other plans. The lights flicker as Vibe by Design attack. After falling short to Chris Sabin at Slammiversary, to the match. Blaming them for their loss.
I fixed it. Chill.
I am chill. As I was saying, after falling short to Chris Sabin at Slammiversary, Moose demands a rematch. Even accepts and Scott Moore makes it official for next Thursday's Impact Wrestling main event. Then we get the main event of the evening. Fire Flava, Cure Hogan, and Tasha Steelz against the Knockouts Tag Team Champions, Rosemary and Havoc, Decay. And at the Rosemary ends the match and pins Cure Hogan, this is Cure Hogan's final match with Impact Wrestling since her contract's up. As Rosemary pins Cure with a spear. Okay, celebrate another huge win at Impact Wrestling as Impact Wrestling goes off the air.
Hardcore country.
About who's on games are in us for what we believed in, and when he wanted Roman Reigns to come out to the ring, the first no Reigns. And then Paul Heyman would come out to say that Cena isn't worthy of being listened to by the head of the table. He said Cena will get his answer later on tonight, but on Roman Reigns' time. And then the ending of that, Paul Heyman would walk out of the arena mocking John Cena's theme song. Again.
Stream is freezing and blacking out.
We're good.
Freezing and blacking out?
That?
We're good.
Is it still doing that?
No, we're good.
We're good? We're good.
It doesn't look like it's, yeah, I'm looking at the stream. It doesn't look like it's doing it. Yeah, so Paul Heyman walks out mocking John Cena's theme song and doing his You Can't See Me.
That was funny.
Yeah, it was funny. I'm so glad
I
he
wasn't
did it
expecting
again.
Cena to say something after that, but he didn't.
You know what I just realized?
Hmm?
The only time when Paul Heyman would mock a person's theme song was when it was John Cena and Roman Reigns, and now it looks like they're going to have their match at SummerSlam.
Yeah, they are having this match at SummerSlam.
I would just love for Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman to do like a mock of the match and have Paul Heyman sing both of their theme songs. That would be funny.
Yeah.
But the first match of Friday Night SmackDown was a returning Finn Balor in the main roster in his Friday Night SmackDown debut match. Friday Night SmackDown. Huh?
It's his birthday today. Finn
It is.
Balor's
Happy
40.
birthday, Finn Balor.
40 years old for Balor.
Happy birthday to you. Okay, move on.
Happy birthday to you, you old piece of shit.
Whoa.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, seriously,
First off, fuck you.
Okay, yeah, happy birthday.
Whoa.
First of all, fuck you for that. I know Finn's old, but he can still wrestle. Fuck you. Let's move on.
No
I'm
one
not
said
saying that he
couldn't, but
can't
okay.
wrestle. I'm just saying he's old.
Anyway, just carry on.
But Finn Balor would make his Friday Night SmackDown debut in the ring against Sami Zayn. It would end pretty quickly with a drop kick to the corner and a coup de grace. Finn Balor would defeat Sami Zayn just like that. And then we get the continuous descent of Baron Corbin. He revealed to Kayla Braxton that he lost money on last week's attempt at collecting funds to help him get back on his feet, thanks to a crooked business partner. And then before he walks out, he just asks, "What's wrong with me?"
What is wrong with him?
And then, Aled, you might want to cover your ears for this. Because next on his way to the ring is Mr. Money in the Bank, Big E. Coming out to talk about...
You deserve it.
You should be fired.
Just get fired.
Oh no, I'm talking to these two for saying that.
Aled's getting fired.
You can't fire me from something I created, bro.
Move on, move on, move on.
But
move
either
on,
way,
move on.
Big E made his way to the ring just 5 days after retrieving a briefcase that'll bring him a guaranteed opportunity at a world title of his choosing. Before he could really get into his ring promo, the Intercontinental Champion, Apollo Crews, and Commander Aziz interrupted. Followed by that would be Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode, or he's now called Robert Roode. And then they would also have come out Rick Boogs and Shinsuke Nakamura. Cesaro would be the last one to come out, expressing his desire for a shot at the Intercontinental Championship, before a brawl featuring all of the competitors broke out. The babyfaces cleared the heels out of the ring, culminating with a Cesaro swing on Apollo Crews, and then standing tall to close out that segment. And then next up, we move on from Cleveland to Miami with Rolling Loud. Our first match there would be Angelo Dawkins, accompanied by Montez Ford, versus Chad Gable, who's accompanied by Otis. Their rivalry continues in singles action live from Rolling Loud Music, the Rolling Loud Music Festival in Miami.
No one in that crowd gave any cap about
No one gave a
WWE.
damn for. No one gave a damn for the
Also,
performers.
During that match in Cleveland, there was a 6-man tag match between the people
Yeah.
and the IC title thing. Which is weird.
Jesse said SmackDown in-ring return.
Yeah, he was talking about
It's
Finn Balor.
SmackDown in-ring debuted. He's never been on SmackDown.
Yeah, Jesse, you dummy.
So
Anyway,
check your
carry on.
facts before you start calling people dummies. But anyway, Angelo Dawkins would hit a pop-up spine buster on Chad Gable to get the victory. But that's not all we had at Rolling Loud Music Festival, as Bianca Belair defended her SmackDown Women's Championship against, quote-unquote, the most beautiful woman in all of WWE, a.k.a. Carmella. The EST dominated early before Carmella could pull her down on the apron, and then the champion's back and neck crashing off the hardest part of the ring. Belair spent several minutes on the defensive but fought back, steamrolled the challenger with a big shoulder tackle, and eventually put her away with the KOD. Belair celebrated in front of a sea of fans to close out the segment. And I think that was the last segment we
did
had.
not care at
I
all.
think that was the last segment we had in Rolling Loud.
Yes. Thank God.
And then for the next segment, we had the beginning of a rivalry that I think all of us are very into. Edge cutting a promo on Seth Rollins. Edge would make his way to the ring back in Cleveland, ready to address the controversy surrounding his loss to Roman Reigns. He reminded the audience that he was in the Brood and the Ministry of Darkness, insinuating the lengths he is willing to go to avenge Seth Rollins, costing him the Universal Championship at Money in the Bank. Rollins made his way to the ring and took exception to the likes of Edge and John Cena jumping the line and taking opportunities. Seth
Literally what he
gets
said
that
earlier about
controversy.
Goldberg.
Aladdin, Seth Rollins, great minds think alike.
Yeah, I am
Aladdin
Seth
Thomas and
Rollins.
Seth Rollins would make a great tag team.
Also, John Cena.
He's the next. Is he your first or is he your next target?
Yes. I
As
would
Seth
take John
Rollins
Cena
was coming down to the ring, Edge would say, I'm not gonna touch you or anything. Just come down and let's just have a talk." Rollins admitted to hesitating to putting Edge down out forever 7 years ago, but suggested he would not blink at the opportunity to do it again. And then Edge would be like, "You know what I said about not putting my hands on you? I'm a liar." And then they began a brawl. Edge would, I believe, hit an execution on Seth Rollins and would look for a spear, but Rollins is able to get out of the ring in time before Edge can do so.
This build and this match is going to be amazing.
Next, we have another debut, Toni Storm, debuting in a match against Zelina Vega.
Did not see her debut.
Toni Storm made her SmackDown debut battling Zelina Vega, fresh off an appearance in the Money in the Bank ladder match 5 days earlier. Storm would then eventually finish off Storm Storm would eventually finish off Vega in short order with a devastating headbutt and that new finisher she has. I'm not sure what it's called.
Storm finished off Vega.
Storm 1.
Storm
What's it
finished
called?
off Christian Vega. Haha.
Yeah,
Wait,
it's
did you
called
say-
Storm 1.
So are we going to get a Storm 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10?
No, it's like EC3. Do you remember when Dean Ambrose asked him what EC1? Yeah, it's basically the same.
The sixth move of Doom.
Oh god. No. No. No.
But next up, we
No.
had Dominic Mysterio taking on Jimmy Uso, one half of the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. And at the end of the match, Jimmy Uso would be able to pin Dominic Mysterio the same way they won the tag titles at Money in the Bank. Jay
He
pretty much
did.
helping Jimmy.
Yes.
It's
There's
literally
a car
just like-
alarm going off, guys. There's literally a car alarm going off outside. Shut up! We're filming!
Okay.
Now we get to the main event, which is Roman Reigns' answer to John Cena's challenge.
In his white
Reigns
shirt.
addressed. Yep. Reigns addressed the challenge from John Cena that he made on Raw. He pretty much mocked Cena, saying Hollywood fooled him because he's the guy that's back now, the same guy. And I didn't expect this, but Roman Reigns actually mentioned missionary during that. Now it's the same
They
thing over and
actually
over
did.
again.
They actually did that joke. Like, oh my god.
Would Roman Reigns even be the right guy to do that?
No.
I don't even think so.
Yeah, you
No.
expect something like that from, like, Matt Riddle or something, but Roman Reigns, no. Come on.
Imagine if Randy Orton was like that with Triple H instead of retrieving your balls from Stephanie's purse.
Oh, God.
That became his new
Oh,
thing.
well.
So
Hmm.
pretty much, John Cena, he got his challenge denied by Roman Reigns. The answer was a no. But out would come Finn Balor, and he
This
would
was
say,
weird.
maybe you're not interested in John Cena's challenge, but maybe you're interested in mine. And
I
Roman
had a
Reigns
massive
accepts
argument
the
with-
challenge.
He only
Yeah.
accepted it, though, because the fans chanted Roman's scared, and
They
then
did
he
chant Roman
accepted it.
scared.
But I
Why
had
didn't
a
they
massive
chant it when he was
argument
doing
with
John
people.
Cena? How come they couldn't chant that when
How
Roman
come
was talking about John
didn't come
Cena?
back out and, like, punch him in the face?
Yeah, this is something I want to talk about. A lot of people were
I-
saying that this was
I
going to
have
be
an
the
argument
Universal
about this.
Championship match at SummerSlam. Where's the proof?
Yeah, if you believe that, then you're, well,
First
abnormal.
Who said it was going to be at SummerSlam? Second off, who said it was going to be for the title? Third off, just because he has a title doesn't mean every match he has needs to be for the title. 3 statements right there.
Hmm.
I think it's just going to be a match on SmackDown that's going to have Roman Reigns build momentum, and then him and Cena are going to go, like, you know, Cena's going to either convince him or force him, or going to force Cena, basically. Not, yeah.
No, but what are you
Finn
doing?
versus
That's going to
Roman
do it for
happen
Friday Night
at
SmackDown,
SummerSlam.
and I think that's it for every other show.
That is.
Yay. Also, John Cena wrestled the match after SmackDown.
He did.
He did.
I
It
saw.
was John Cena and the Mysterios versus Roman Reigns and the Usos.
And Roman walked away from the Usos, and Cena and his team won.
If we
course.
did have Edge and John Cena versus Reigns and Rollins, do you think it would be a dark match instead of on TV?
I'd say a dark
No.
match.
That would be
Look,
stupid.
look, yeah, I know they don't want John Cena to be on top, but they want John Cena to be in, like a non-televised event.
If
Well-
it was non-televised, yeah.
But I want to see John Cena compete. That's all I want.
Okay,
So
calm
do
down.
I. So do I. But
You
if-
have people that are going to record the dark matches anyway. You can just go on YouTube as soon as it pops up.
I mean,
Yeah.
true. But everyone, that'll do it for today's episode of the Wrestling Roundup. Thank you so much for listening into Anchor, to Spotify as well, to any other podcasts that are distributed throughout our arsenal. By the way, this podcast has been sponsored by Anchor. Make sure you go to anchor.fm to create your own podcast for free and get started with expressing your own ideas for your own podcast. Make sure you like the video, comment down below, subscribe as always. Make sure you ring that bell for more content from us. Go follow our Twitter. Go follow our separate channels down below. And I believe we're doing a top 10 this week as well.
I might not be
I
there.
don't know.
Well,
If you are, then I might not be there.
that's true because
I don't know.
you're doing band camp for sure.
Yep.
I mean, we might do a top 10, but we will definitely be here Thursday. We know that.
Yeah, Thursday we'll definitely be here. With the guests.
We'll let you know with the top 10.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, about that, there's a problem with that. This Thursday, I have a golf tournament.
Oh.
Well, are you fucking kidding me? You could at least tell us. Well, it looks like
I told you guys just now.
Well,
We will figure
Alright,
it out, and we will
we
let you guys
will
know.
let you guys know as soon as possible. But until then, for Led, Ross, and Noble, God fucking damn you. This been Paincast saying, "Oh, it's the best in life."
Fix your shit.
Wrestle.
Slap that ass, motherfucker, slap that ass.
Oh my
Slap
god.
that ass,
Peace out.
Problem solved.
Peace out. Peace out. Peace
Wrestle
out.
Arc
Peace out.
out.
Peace out. Peace out.
Please just.
You super muted it. Alright, see you later, guys.
Growing up ain't easy. Too many things to do weekly. Too many thoughts to think deeply. Too many thoughts to be sleeping. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm not eating. I feel so empty, I'm receding. And all of my friends are misleading. All of these posts and the lives they're leading. Yeah. Oh, no way. I ain't gonna stand for this today. I'ma keep my head down, I'm okay. I don't wanna listen to a word they say. And we all know fear is a slogan, yeah. And we all feel broken, yeah. And we all outspoken. Need someone who could just so sometimes I struggle in this place. Been in circles several days, never knowing the right way. Yeah. Sometimes I struggle in this place. People look the other way, and we all deal with our pain. Oh yeah. No, I'm not down, no, I'm not out. If I got a voice, they gon' hear me shout. I can make my own choice and